Good morning and welcome to Haiku Friday this morning. It's so good to have you here. I feel like I realized I had music on. Sorry about that. Maybe that was good to have a little intro music. But we aren't having it now. We're full on Haiku Friday, uh, February 10th, 2023. Hope you're all doing well out there. I know you know this, but Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So, you know what? What a lovely sentiment it could be to give your loved one a haiku. You don't need to send it into me. You don't need to send it into Haiku Friday. But, a little poem, a little 575 poem might be nice. Um, Take you a couple minutes, make something purty. Well, you know, do what you must, I say. Do what you must for this Haiku Friday, for this Valentine's Day coming up. Well, I'm a little discombobulated because of the music that was playing at the beginning there, but I hopefully I'm going to recover. Let's get started. First one is from Michael. Maeve does nice haiku. Robbie is looking so good. Both are space cadets. Well, I won't fight the term space cadet. Heaven knows uh, I've got my stuff from Starfleet. I'm pretty Starfleeted up. But one thing I have to, I don't want to be one of those people, but this is not Robbie. Oh, he's still speaking, still has batteries. This is not Robbie the robot. This robot from Lost in Space was okay. We'll let Will Robinson know about the danger, but this boy, I look awful this morning. I should have at least brushed my hair. I apologize. I apologize. I'm a mess. But the robot from Lost in Space was usually just referred to as the robot. Now, did he have a name? Yes, he did. B9, get it? B9, haha, because he's a good robot. Was actually the robot's name was B9. His creator, the guy who built the robot, in real life, I think he had a nickname for him as Blinky. Probably because all the lights that blinked in there. But where did Robbie the robot come from? Well, I'm glad you asked that because there is a Robbie the robot, and he was in two episodes of Lost in Space. I can't remember the names of the episode offhand, but Robbie made his debut in a movie called Forbidden Planet, and he's the big black robot with the kind of like balls for the articulated arms and legs, and just a huge head. Really a cool looking robot. But this is not Robbie the robot. It's B9. All right. Thank you, Michael. Now, this one we had heard from Bill and Emily from Calgary last episode, and we're going to hear from them again. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And they brought somebody else along for the fun. I think it'd be so cool if eventually we have Canadians out numbering the Yanks on Haiku Friday. I would certainly welcome that. So, Bill writes, this was his caution to his daughter, Emily. Help, says the coffee. Despite what Emily says, being drunk isn't fun. So Bill said that, to which his daughter's response was, on the contrary, Emily scoffs and corrects, being drunk is fun. Well, I would have to say on Emily's side of the argument that you know, people probably wouldn't be getting drunk so much if there wasn't some fun aspect to it. So I can see both sides on this. So thank you, Bill. Thank you, Emily. And then Bill also says that his sister Andrea lives in Montreal, and she wrote 2 haikus. So let's listen to those haikus. Haiku happiness, shared by daughter and father, connected through words. Yay! Yeah, man, that is the best case scenario for haiku. Thank you, Andrea. And then Andrea continues with another kind haiku. Maeve's Haiku Podcast, a peaceful place to gather, viewed in Montreal. Ah, yeah. Thanks, Andrea. That was lovely. Lovely. Thank you so much. All right. Here we have one from Tom. Tom wrote, Event Horizon, reflect past, present, future, opening of heart. Oh man, I love that. I love that. That feels so good to read and to hear. Thank you, Tom. And now we have a pal from our we have a haiku from our pal Rico-san. Rico-san, who's was in a place much warmer up until recently, a very nice place. And now, this is nice. This is nice. Just wear a jacket, long underwear. Here's Rika-san's. Green fronds against blue, flashes of color return intermittently. Yeah, isn't that the trick, Rico-san, to be able to conjure up that feeling and that look and to put yourself back in that place? That's a great trick to do. And I wish you much luck on that. Now Jim, who's recuperating from a very significant car wreck. I've seen the pictures, well, not of the wreck, but of you and how badly injured you were. And I'm sure hoping you're making solid steps towards progressing, getting back to your very active life. So here we go. First one from Jim. A crippled heap, demolished, reconstructing, dreams in the stillness. Second one from Jim. All will discover man's vulnerability and fragility. Now, I'm going to say that one again. I'm going to say stumbled over vulnerability. So let me say that one again. All will discover man's vulnerability and fragility. And sometimes just saying vulnerability can make you quite vulnerable. Thank you, Jim. Now, last one from Jim. No, two more from Jim. Broken body, yes. Leg, pelvis, ribs, back, and more. Broken spirit, no. 22 long days. More OT, ST, PT, hospital bed blues. Oh, Jim, I can't even imagine how horrible that would be. And I'm with you. I hope you continue to make great strides in your recovery. And thank you for taking the time to write a haiku. We've missed reading those here in the old haiku studio. So thanks for that. Now, this next one, if you have children listening, there is a little bit of raw language in this. So shield their ears or tell them to go watch cartoons for the next 10 seconds. This one is from Don Q. So, you've been warned. Don Q, stupid fuck, chasing windmills at his age, knight errant indeed. Thanks, Don Q. And you know what? If you're not chasing those windmills, who is? So get at it, buddy. All right. Here's mine. I'm looking ahead in the now, but with a past, making running life. So thank you for tuning into Haiku Friday. Now, those of you who'd like to stay tuned to the little after hour, platinum members only. No, it's not. There's no membership levels in this. There's nothing. This is just as good as it's gonna get, and I'm probably never gonna brush my hair before I do this. Probably not. I'm sorry. I'm a mess. What can I say? So, I'm gonna talk a little bit. If you wanna stay tuned and listen, I'm going to tell you about what happened, the stuff that went on last week. Nothing exciting, but, just gives me an opportunity, if nothing else, just to kinda think about what did I do last week? So, um, we went and saw Sweeney Todd on Friday, and it was really amazing. It was an amazing performance. I, am in awe of people's voices, of the choreography, of the set design was, just lovely, and the acting was top notch. It was wonderful, and it's at Stage Left, which I'm on the board of directors, spoiler or, uh, what do you say? I'm full disclosure. I'm on the board there, but, I have to say, seeing a big show like that in a little theater that seats about 50 people, you're never gonna have a better experience than that. Well, the bad news is that it's the complete run is sold out. The good news is there's always people who don't show up, so if you wanna hang out and see if you can get a ticket, it's certainly worth it. It was God, it was wonderful. I'm still just high from seeing it a week ago. Um, we were gonna take care of a dear friend of ours at our house who's gonna be was gonna recover from surgery, but her surgeon was in an accident, so everything's been delayed. So we were all set up last week to do that, and was actually looking forward to it, having a guest here at the old Haiku Friday headquarters. Um, but it didn't happen. So we're disappointed, not as disappointed as she was. She's been wanting to get the surgery for a while, but so we're fingers are crossed that'll happen soon enough. Uh we my radio show is going well. I've kind of settled into if I don't get a guest, I'm going to play music and talk, which as you can tell, I don't have a problem talking. I don't have a problem playing music. Uh, but when I have a guest, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed my guests last week, who are doing Shakespeare Beyond Words at the Civic Theater, which is a really cool program where they will have interpreters there while the performance is being done, and the interpreters sort of do their own performance. And it's a bunch of scenes from Shakespeare's different plays, quite a few, like 19, I believe. And that looks fantastic. And I wish that's one thing that's frustrating is that sometimes the radio show, it goes over the FM airwaves, 88.1 and 92.3 FM on KYRS Pacific Standard Time. Um, Here in Spokane and all over the place because it covers all of Eastern Washington and Idaho, but you can also pick it up streaming at kyrs.org. And when it streams, it keeps an archive. And then I always post the archive and I download the archive and am able to give that to the people who shared their time with me. And when it doesn't happen, I have a recording setting up here, a recording studio type setup here that I want to, before I leave to walk down to do the show, I will hit record. I'll come back, turn it off, and then edit it out. Um, but that's only because I know it's not going to get archived if it doesn't stream. So it was streaming, but for some reason it didn't get archived, which is just frustrating because I would like to give those people that. So I apologize to my guests for not having that. And yeah, it's a bummer because it was a fun conversation, and they did a scene out of it, and I think everybody would have enjoyed listening to that. But it didn't happen. Anyways, and speaking of performances, I'm feeling a little itchy. This is like the first springtime or late winter, early spring that I've not been involved in a show. It's kind of weird. It's very weird. Um, and of course, I like every day I do fill in the time, but it's like I realize that my only community that I really have anymore since retiring from the fire department is my friends that I get to make plays with. So uh, I'll probably audition here pretty soon for something. Uh, just auditioning is fun for me, whether I get the role or not. It's kind of secondary. I enjoy the auditioning process and preparing for that. But anyway, so but I also think I need to find a community amongst my artist friends and kind of ease out of a solitary life a little bit because my pursuits are very solitary. I like to paint, I like to write, I like to run, sculpt, I like to carve things. I do have a lot of solitary pursuits, but it would be good to be involved with other artists and talking about their work too. Same thing with the radio show. I put that all together myself, and then I do get to talk to people when they come in for an hour, and then they're gone. But I need to work on that. I believe. I've even been thinking about maybe renting a space downtown as a small studio and gallery, just to have. I don't know, probably the money. I could afford it, but I don't know if it's the best use of money. Right now, I'm doing this thing. Well, besides running, I've been running a lot. Enjoying my running sandals still. They're a blast to wear. I have been working on the cereal project, the where I've collected cereal over the last 30 years. And I think my last box that I bought was from 2004. And I'm opening up those boxes because I don't know what to do with them. It was a dumb thing to collect, and I really don't want to waste them. So I open them, I see what they're like. I make a few little art performance art probably out of them, and then I'm going to post. I posted one video. I'm going to post more videos on that. This one, if you look, it's called Throwing Back Nemo. It's the Finding Nemo cereal I'm making things out of. So doing that, and it's weird. I should have never bought this stuff. I thought it was funny to buy Urkelos back in 2004. I mean, excuse me, 1994. And then and then I started realizing all the other weird ass cereal that I thought, "Oh, that's funny, Adam's Family Crunch. Huh, I should grab that box." So I've got all these Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure cereal, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves cereal, and on and on and on. I have all these boxes of cereal that, they're just taking up space. I need to get rid of them. So I'm making these art projects, but I realize, is this just a waste of time to keep me from my writing, which I feel like I really need to be doing more writing? Nothing keeps me away from my painting. I get instant gratification in that. So, I'm dealing with that. Is this some sort of penitence? I don't know. I don't know. So the writing is going good. When I do write, I've got some great ideas that I've been writing down and some great dialogue in my serial. So, well, my opinion, great for a first draft, anyways. So that kind of is it. If that's not enough, I don't know. Maybe how long? It's probably going to be one of the longer ones that I've ever done for Haiku Friday. But I thank you all. If you'd like to send me a haiku, you can put it down in the comments. You can go to haikufriday.com and there's a way to submit. There's about a million ways you can do this. So uh, send me a haiku and I'll read it here if you'd like. If you'd like, it's a great exercise for your mind. Doesn't take very long to do. All right. I love you all. Hope you have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. Stay warm and hopefully spring's around the corner.